Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Redskins coming in at 4-3, going up against the Falcons, who come in at 6-2. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup. All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's Manziel. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Manziel, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Play clock winding down. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy.
All right, here we go.
Now Manziel. This one complete to Jordan Reed. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They go play action here on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. All right, let's meet your starters. Matt Jones. What do you have to say, Charles?
Supposed to just be a third down back when he came into the league. He ran so well, it forced everyone to change their opinion. Matt Jones is a 3-down back.
Now back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's third down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Desmond Trufant has made a great reputation in a short amount of time in the NFL. A lockdown corner that most teams don't attempt to try. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll set up to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Tight right. Hurry up, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On the run, it's Kelly. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 18 yards the gain for number 18. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Out of the Wildcat, this is Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
This time Ryan will throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Now it's Ryan. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They run. Devontae Freeman. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Ryan keeps, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
All right, here we go.
Manziel. They'll roll him out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Now the ball comes loose, and they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. On play action, they'll throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Here's a direct snap to Jones. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now Manziel. He sets up the screen to Jones. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Manziel. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
As if he didn't have enough to think about. On that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, started to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Back deep is D'Anthony Thomas. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
On 2nd down, Freeman. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I remember playing, and from a safety's perspective, when you saw a toss play and trying to see guys get to the edge and get outside, that was always a tough moment because where do you go to pick up the ball carrier? If they seal the edge and seal the perimeter, they're going to bounce that outside, and it's a lot longer run, and you've got to make sure your angle is right because once they get to the edge, they're going to pick up good yardage. Your job now is to make sure they don't go all the way for a touchdown. You have to become an excellent tackler against a lot of...
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Incomplete. D'Anthony Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Gabriel, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Ryan setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Manziel. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go, defense.
Hurry up, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky. Let's go. Detroit.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And he comes back with 1 complete.
Here we go now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Manziel. He's got time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Now let's go.
Here's Manziel. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. he's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
And a direct snap, Freeman. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Ready?
Now Ryan on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Ryan now off the bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green.
He'll look to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. He got 29 yards that time. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage, and then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They're going to look to throw. That's caught at the 2. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball, but when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now a Wildcat look. It's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And quickly, they get to the line. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make someone miss in the open field.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Ready, 25, check 25. Let's go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On. Switch. Ready, 280. Hey, let's go. Safe. Hey, let's go. Slam.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Ryan will throw again. His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Red zone opportunity. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And an alley to run. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Manziel, flushed out right. Caught on the right side, Reed. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
No, check. Patriot. Crash. Hurry up, here we go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manziel. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And wasn't that supposed to be a sweep?
They didn't even get to the outer third of the field. That got blown up quickly.
Normally, when you're calling a play, you're talking about that tackle made, as you said, to the outer part of the field. Ran that one down in a hurry. That's great diagnosis by the defense.
On second down, Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he lost the football. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they'll run it here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So it'll be first down here after the run. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Switch.
Gun. Big
They go play action here on first down. Backing up. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they'll go on the ground. Room here to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Gabriel, the man in motion. Now Ryan on some, and this is going to be the big fella. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Manziel, flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Paul Warrilow in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
Get high, baby. Get up. Let's go. Let's do this.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So out come the Falcons now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A big play there out of the running game. 33 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas in the final minute, and the Falcons have broken our tie.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, You can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to a... Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch it now, Barney. Let's go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Now let's go.
Back to throw. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now that has to be fun for a head coach to watch. They've been working on clock management since the first day they went to camp. And guess what? It all came together there. A team that understood the situation, got out of bounds, and stopped the clock.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Second down now after the incompletion. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.